We're ready to party like it's 1799! Ready for?
Party.
Whose party?
Carrie's.
And what's special about this party?
It's a surprise.
What is the theme?
Jane Austen.
Jane Austen! Woohoo!
You love Jane Austen.
Yes, I love her books.
Are they still alive?
No, she's not still alive. She lived a long, long time ago.
Are the rest of the people still alive?
Not that she knew, but there might be some people who are related to her. Like great nieces and nephews and things like that, perhaps.
I think they missed that girl.
You think they miss her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole world misses Jane Austen.
Carrie, happy birthday to you.
You want to trade the potatoes? You want to trade the potatoes? I think we're all doing it.
Word to the wise, Kyle, if you decide to throw a fancy dinner party and you find the fanciest plastic utensils that you can find for ease and so that you have enough for all your guests, but then you decide to wash them later because they're a little more expensive than just your run-of-the-mill plasticware, yeah, don't mix them with your real stuff. Look at this mess. Do you know which ones are real and which ones are plastic? Yeah, neither do I. So Kyle, you know how much I love Jane Austen, or at least have some idea of how much I adore her books. So my question of the day today is, if you could meet any one person from history, who would it be and why? And I know this is a really tough question. I'm not even sure that I have an answer for it, but I do know that Jane Austen would definitely be in my top 10. She would be in for the running if I ever got to meet somebody from history. Go back in time and meet them, or have them over for tea or whatever. So I want to know who you'd like to meet, Kyle. Kyle. Lizzie and I just discovered a spot in our house with magical powers. We jumped up in the air and we couldn't come down. Do you know what doesn't have magical powers? My special effects capabilities and skills. Seriously though, Kyle, if I jumped up in the air and didn't come down, well, I guess when I think about that question, I assume that I'm just stuck at that level. You actually kept moving up, which makes more sense, because if you were to jump up and didn't have anything to stop you, you would keep going. So there's a scene in one of my favorite books, The Phantom Tollbooth, where the main character meets this boy who explains that his people, they're born as tall as they will ever be, and they grow down. So when he meets this boy, he's actually standing in midair so that his head is about 6 feet high. Does that make sense? And so he's just stuck at that level. He walks around in midair like that. And when he is fully grown, when he is an adult, then his feet will actually touch the ground then. So in my world, when I jump up and and I'm not touching the ground anymore, in my world, that means I'm not an adult. I get to be a kid again. Oh yeah, woohoo. Now about Rogue One. Interesting question. I am really excited about Rogue One, but I didn't know that until after your video. I went and watched the trailers, which I've been a little bit behind on. I think I watched one a while back, but I hardly remembered it. So, what's interesting about why I'm excited about it is I am strangely more excited about that than I remember being excited about episodes 1, 2, and 3. I remember thinking episodes 1, 2, and 3, even before they came out, I just thought, well, we know he becomes Darth Vader. He succumbs to the dark side. Why do I even need to watch this? Which is not fair because I still wanted to watch them. Obviously I did. But this one, I don't even have all my thoughts worked out on this. So I might have to come back to you on this question. But I will say that this is one of those few movies where I fully expect people to die and will actually be disappointed if people don't die because I know the story and I know enough to know that people need to die in this movie for it to be accurate. And that doesn't happen very often because I don't really generally like movies where people just die randomly. I don't like sad endings. That's what I don't like. So knowing that this is, should have a happy ending, but with sad outcomes for certain people, it's strange to me that I'm actually really looking forward to it. It looks amazing. And side note, the girl playing Jin, is that how you pronounce her name? She was in an adaptation of Northanger Abbey, which is a Jane Austen novel. So, yeah. You just can't go wrong. You get an actress that's played a Jane Austen character, and you're made. Woohoo! Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's all I have for you, Kyle. I will see you on Friday. Bye, love you.